Some new hope for cold cases all across Florida, and it comes in the form of the letter's DNA.
Yeah, now that a new law requires every inmate in the state prison system to give a sample of their DNA, can suspects who've avoided justice for decades finally be linked to their crimes? Fox 13's Evan Exelmake is on this one in our newsroom with this story here. Evan, this could open up a number of other doors here, huh?
Yeah, and the key, Mark, is that everyone who gets arrested in Florida already has to submit their DNA, but there are an unknown number who have been in jail for potentially decades who have so far avoided having their DNA taken, but now they're going to have to pony up. That means detectives can try to match those samples to what has already been collected from crime scenes. Andy Carrillo is 45. A sex offender, and now, thanks to his DNA, in prison for the rest of his life.
He got angry with her, started arguing, smashed a beer bottle over her head, pulled over on the side of the road.
Detective George Lloydgren of the Hernando County Sheriff's Office says Carrillo never paid for what he did off Ponce de Leon, north of Brooksville, in July of 2011. That is, until he beat up his own dad in 2020. His DNA was taken upon arrest, and voila, the national database dinged because it matched what was found at the scene on Ponce de Leon.
It's definite. It's science. You can't exploit it. You can't twist it or turn it.
A new state law says all inmates whose DNA has not been taken must do so by the end of September. The Department of Corrections says that will apply to 48 inmates who have still not provided samples, but who have likely been in prison for decades. It's likely they were in custody before current requirements went into effect in the early 2010s.
This is paramount to crime fighting in America and in the United States, because not only is this DNA sample going to go into the Florida database, it also go into the national FBI DNA database.
That means that if any of those inmates committed crimes elsewhere before going into Florida prisons, they could be fingered for those as well. Project Cold Case says Florida has 20,000 cold cases, and now there will be a little more DNA to comb through.
They're never going to have their loved one back or have what they had before, but at least it kind of completes things for them. They know the person responsible is going to prison and has to answer for what they did.
There is some dispute, though, over how many inmates this will impact. That's why I said unknown a little earlier. The Department of Corrections expects it to be about 4 dozen, as I said. But one of the bill sponsors told me that it could be many more than that, potentially several thousand. Andy Carrillo has already been sentenced to life in prison for the sex assault charge in Brooksville, but could face another conviction on a cold case in Tampa that has now been linked through his DNA. Allie.
Evan Exelmake in our newsroom. All right, Evan, thanks very much.